thinking about making a move to Victoria from Vancouver, well, it's not automatically cheaper. And if you get the school catchment, the location, or the timeline wrong, you're gonna feel it in month one. So today I'm gonna be breaking down the real cost of living differences, the best family neighborhoods, job realities, school catchments, the real weather truth, rain shadow and all, and a relocation timeline that actually works. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alex Hughes with the North Pacific Homes Group here in Greater Victoria with eXp Realty. I'm an MLS Gold winner and Icon agent. Thank you so much for coming to our channel, and let's make this move simpler. Starting with the biggest line item, and that's housing. Now for January 2026, the Greater Victoria, and this is all of Victoria, the benchmark house price came in at just under $1.3 billion. And for our rentals, for a purpose-built rental, that's a 2-bedroom. Right now, they're sitting in that low 2,000 number with just over 3% vacancy rate. Groceries are where a lot of people get hit and surprised with when they first move to the island. I mean, we are on an island, there's freight and transportation costs baked into them. Now, one of the cleanest data points I've seen is the BC's Center of Disease Control's food costing in BC report, and that took me 12 takes to get. But for a reference family of 4 on the island, it was an average monthly cost of $1,366, where elsewhere in BC, it averaged out to $1,263. At over $100 a month, that's a meaningful gap, and it's kind of what people are feeling boots on the ground that monthly costs do add up in Victoria. Victoria is not Vancouver when it comes to transportation. Vancouver is a much larger city. It's got larger infrastructure. It's got a way better public transportation system. You got more buses, you got a SkyTrain station. You even got a C bus that takes you up to North Van, and people that generally live in downtown Vancouver have a better ability to be car free. In Victoria, we don't have all of that. We do have buses, and they're working on rapid buses from the West Shore communities coming in. But even if you live in the downtown core, it's not that big, and more often than not, people need at least one vehicle. People are commuting more. On top of that, in past recent years, and it used to be flipped back when I first showed up here in 2010, but Victoria always historically used to have lower fuel prices. Well, that seems to have flipped. Every time I go back and visit my family back in North Vancouver, we're seeing that gas prices are changing by about 2 to 3, even 5 cents a liter higher in Victoria than it is in Vancouver. So housing obviously still more expensive, rents relatively the same, but groceries are more expensive here in Victoria, and transportation and gas generally nets out higher for Victoria than Vancouver. So talking family neighborhoods, these are the 3 neighborhoods that we've dealt with the most from people relocating from Vancouver. And that's gonna be Gordon Head, Cordova Bay, and Langford. Gordon Head is considered a classic family choice. It's a well-established neighborhood in Saanich. It's one of the closest neighborhoods to UVic, so one little sidebar here is you're gonna wanna pay attention to who your neighbors are, because there are a lot of rentals. I mean, when I was in university, I lived with 5 other guys, so our recommendation, quite honestly, is always, if you've got the time and you're able to, take a tour of the properties on a Friday, Saturday night. Are there any parties that are happening? But that being said, it is a wonderful family location. There are a ton of really strong school catchments there, and it's about a 15 to 20 minute drive downtown. Cordova Bay has a higher price point, but also very strong school catchments. It's a little bit more of a relaxed coastal vibe to it. You're closer to the beaches, hence the name Cordova Bay, and you've got a couple of great golf courses there. It is more removed from the downtown core, but depending on what you're doing for work, if you're working from home, this could be a benefit for you. And then there is Langford, which would be considered one of the West Shore communities. It consistently ranks among the top of the fastest growing cities in Western Canada. It always has new housing stock, new infrastructure. They just built a new university out there, new elementary and high schools. Everything is new. What's also interesting about this is because it's considered further out from downtown, and again, depending where you're coming from, with traffic in the morning, it's probably taking you about 45 minutes to get downtown. The prices are generally significantly less than that of Victoria, Fairfield, or even Saanich. Bear Mountain is in Langford, which is considered a more of a prestigious area, so you'll get a higher average price point there. But you can get really beautiful new homes with suites for the same price as you get an older home in Gordon Head or other parts of Saanich. Now let's talk jobs, as that's where the majority of these relocations are based off of. Victoria has some anchor industries in the economy. We have obviously a very strong government, healthcare, education. We've got tourism and a growing, fastly growing tech scene. BC Stats Labor Force Survey showed that for the 3-month average for January 2026, the unemployment rate in Victoria was 6.8%. What this means is that Victoria is not a come in and you've got a whole slew of jobs ready for you. If you're highly specialized in something, you're gonna wanna get these lined up significantly before you come here. What we're seeing a lot of happening here is relocators from remote workers. So they're getting their income from larger cities, Vancouver, Ottawa, Toronto, and they're coming out west to enjoy a milder weather. I mean, filming this video, it's in February and it's 10 degrees and sunny right now, sorry. They're enjoying being next to the water and all of the different lifestyle choices that Victoria has to offer. We have 3 main school districts here, and it matters more than what people generally realize. I mean, depending on the school district, depending on the high school that it goes into, this could affect not only your daily life and your commute times, but also could affect your property prices, as some are more desirable than the others. School District 61, or SD 61, is the Greater Victoria Core School District. So that's going to include Victoria, Esquimalt, Oak Bay, parts of Saanich, and it's generally families that are having a closer to downtown lifestyle. School District 63, SD 63, is more on the peninsula, so that's covered higher parts of Saanich. That's going to be Central Saanich, North Saanich, Sydney. And then SD 62 is for the West Shore community, so that's Langford, View Royal, Colwood, Souk. And because it's such a fast-growing community, they've surpassed their enrollment goals. They're at 4.3% from 2024 to 2025. And that growth is why you see a lot of younger families moving out to the West Shore. You have a lot of young families out there as the prices are a little bit more reasonable. So when my clients coming from other cities say, well, which neighborhood is best? I go, well, which one fits you best? Which one fits your child best? Your commute, your lifestyle, all of these get taken into consideration to figure out exactly where we should focus our search. People moving from Vancouver always ask us, Victoria, is it that much drier? Which I will say, yes. Yes, it is. I recently did a video about the southwest of BC in terms of millimeter average annual rainfall, and I'm from North Vancouver. I mean, it rains all the times. Right at the base of Grouse Mountain, it averages about 2,500 millimeters of rain a year. In Victoria, downtown Victoria, we average under 700. It's known as the rain shadow effect, and partly because of the mountains to the north of us and the Olympic Mountains to the south, we get less rain. Now, that's not to say that we get no rain. You're still gonna wanna get a rain shell out here, but you're gonna notice a significant difference coming from Vancouver. One thing to note about that, and this is what a lot of people from Vancouver say, we are on an island. So what we do for Vancouver is we stop your wind. So Victoria does have a lot more wind than Vancouver, but personally, I'll take the wind over the rain. So here's the timeline that I recommend for most families coming out of the Lower Mainland. I generally like to meet my clients about 6 months before they have to be in Victoria because there are so many things to discuss. So the first thing when we first sit down with our folks is talking about what are our non-negotiables, whether that's location, whether that's lifestyle, whether that's school districts, all of these things will be taken into consideration. We're gonna figure out what neighborhood fits best for you. Now, we've done quite a few videos on the different neighborhoods, and I'm happy to go through each neighborhood with everybody here, but we wanna do a virtual tour of the neighborhood and figure out what exactly fits best with your lifestyle. After that, we're gonna get your financing dialed in so we know exactly what our budget is. We're gonna be looking at listings and neighborhoods in a lot more details, and it all depends on how flexible your closing date is. If you have to be in by a certain date, then maybe we're gonna look at rentals as well. Maybe it's a month-to-month or an Airbnb or a short-term rental, just to make sure that we don't get you into a property just because we ran out of time. But we wanna make sure that you're comfortable moving forward and that if you have to, we got a rental lined up if the search is taking a little bit longer. So we found a place, you love it, we've gone firm on it, deposit is in. We're gonna send you what's called a Moving Made Simpler checklist. Now this is just a PDF file checklist of what you should be doing prior to you moving into the property. It's gonna be such things as making sure you're getting your utilities lined up, your Fortis, your hydro, changing your mail, getting registered for schools if you have children, and making sure we've got our moving logistics nailed down. The whole point of meeting as early as possible is to get a strong understanding of what you want and what you need. We don't want any surprises, we don't want any panic offers, and we do not want to get you into a property that you're not happy with just because we ran out of time. So if you are already thinking about making the move to Victoria or it's still in the very early stages, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation. We'll send you our free relocation guide. It's going to be going over more neighborhoods in detail, more monthly costs, and the timeline that we had talked about. And that is the video. We hope that you did enjoy it. If you did like it, please give this video a like. And if this is the first time you stumbled across us, thank you. But also subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get out weekly content to you to make you more informed buyers, sellers, investors. And as always, my contact info will be down below. Never hesitate to reach out. We are here to help in any capacity possible. Thank you so much for watching.